The carnivore diet can be life-changing. It completely changed my life, and I have seen it transform thousands of others. But there are carnivore foods that are quietly working against you. In my experience, there are 5 carnivore foods in particular that tend to do more harm than good. So in this video, I'm going to reveal those 5 foods to you and provide alternatives. It's important to understand that not all animal foods are created equal, and some are going to benefit you and some may actually hurt you. So let's get started. Carnivore food number 1 that I recommend avoiding for the most part if you're wanting to really reduce inflammation, burn fat, it's bacon. Please don't shoot the messenger. Please don't be mad at me for saying this. Even if you're getting the best quality bacon, it is still higher in omega-6 fats than ruminant meats. It's the lipid profile. This is simply the fat profile of the particular animal. This goes for pork and chicken, actually, but we're just talking about bacon right now. Bacon can be highly processed, tends to have a lot of things added like celery root powder, which is just another form of nitrates, or brown sugar. So you want to watch out for additives. But in addition to that, even the purest bacon, pork bacon, is high in omega-6 polyunsaturated fats. These type of fats are not readily used by the body for fuel. The type of fat that your body loves to burn for fuel is saturated animal fat, and this comes from ruminant animals. That's going to be your beef, lamb, bison, goat, veal, butter, tallow, ghee. These are saturated animal fats. So when you consume bacon, especially for its fat content, just know that you are putting the wrong type of fuel source into your body if you want to be a fat burner. A better alternative would be fatty ruminant meats. My favorite would be lamb bacon or beef bacon from Billy Doe Meats. I absolutely love those. I eat them all the time. Or just lamb chops from Billy Doe Meats. So this is going to be a lot of saturated animal fats full of CLA, omega-3s, anti-inflammatory, full of stearic acid. These are nutrients and the type of fats that help your body to burn fat for fuel instead of store it. Number 2 is going to be processed meats. So this is going to be your sausages, could be bacon, any type of processed meat product. You might find these at Costco when it's like, oh, it's just roast beef. But then you look at the ingredients and it's this long, okay? You've got to watch out for these. Even though it looks carnivore on the package, you need to flip it over and look at the ingredients. And many times you will find preservatives, non-food items like chemicals, and seed oils. All of these are linked to insulin resistance and hormonal disruption. It's going to set you back. That being said, there are some ready-to-go processed meats that, in my opinion, are acceptable from Costco. So you need to be sure you're flipping over the package and looking at the ingredients. This would also apply to canned fish. I know that it sounds like a surprise, but that is a form of a processed meat. So when that fish is sitting in a can, which is actually lined with microplastics, and then it's filled with olive oil, but it only costs, what, $5 a can? That's not real olive oil. You are consuming seed oils. Seed oils can stay in your life for 6 to 10 years. They have a half-life of 2 years, 680 days. So for 2 years after you consume that inflammatory oil, it's residing in your tissues, it can reside in your brain, all over your body, causing some level of inflammation. It's just not worth it. The third carnivore food that I see hurting more people than helping is conventional dairy. I've said it before and I will stand by this. Raw dairy is always going to be so much better. Let's talk about the difference between conventional and raw. Raw contains the enzymes and beneficial bacteria that literally instruct your body on how to digest the dairy. So in the pasteurization and homogenization processes, they are removing these enzymes and beneficial bacteria. This is why a lot of people deal with bloating, maybe diarrhea, digestive issues, skin issues when they're eating conventional dairy, because it's been stripped of the natural compounds that instruct our body on how to digest it, which is very unfortunate. Another issue with conventional dairy is that it contains more added hormones and very often antibiotics. These can often result in more triggers, skin issues, gut issues. Yes, there's a benefit there that you're getting animal fat and protein, but if you are getting the majority of your fat and protein on a carnivore diet from conventional dairy, it's very likely that you'll hit a stall. Whether it be you're trying to clear your skin issues, heal your gut, regulate your digestion, or burn fat, For all of these reasons, the hormones, the antibiotics, stripping the bacteria, it's not going to work very well with conventional dairy. My favorite source of raw dairy comes from North Star Bison and Miller's Biofarm. The fourth carnivore food that I see causing issues for people is factory farmed meat. I'm not trying to drive you all out of the grocery stores, but in a way I am. I'm trying to encourage people to source locally, find a resource that you can really trust, because this factory farmed meat is produced in huge plants. These animals are treated very, very poorly, and they're carrying loads and loads more toxins. Not just because of their feed, but because of how they're handled and how they're treated. Even when I was healing and literally almost homeless, I found a way to afford high quality meat because I knew there was such a difference with how my body handled it, and it was worth it. It was medicine for me. So now that I'm not nearly homeless and I'm doing a lot better financially, we still budget for high quality meat. You are paying for what you get. Unfortunately, grocery store conventional meat is still expensive, so you're already spending that money for protein, animal protein. Go and find a local resource if you can. If you need to shop at the grocery store, go for it. But if you can get grass-fed and grain-finished, that's better than completely grain-fed. It will make a difference what it's fed and how it's treated. This factory farmed meat contains many more toxins and much higher rates of omega-6 inflammatory fats versus omega-3 because of the way that it's fed and the way that it lived. The last carnivore food that I want to just warn you guys to be careful of is charred meat. I see a lot of people cooking their meat on a carnivore diet and it's literally black on the outside. If you have black lines, I'm okay with brown, but black, that is charred meat, and that contains advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, or AGE, some people will say. Advanced glycation end products are linked directly to inflammation, insulin resistance, nerve damage, oxidative stress. It is linked to so many issues, it's just not worth it to be consuming that charred black meat. Now, if you go out to a restaurant and you get a piece of meat with some black on it, you're gonna be okay. But if that is something you're doing regularly, where you're overcooking the outside of your meat, just know that those advanced glycation end products can lead to a lot of inflammation and deeper damage. Advanced glycation end products can accelerate aging and chronic disease, whereas meat that is raised properly, cooked properly, processed minimally, can reverse age and reverse chronic disease. What you eat on the carnivore diet does matter. So these are some things to keep in mind when you're shopping, wherever you shop. Watch out for the black meat, too much pork, conventional dairy, all these things that I've shared with you. These are gems. If you watch out on overloading these things, you will see a big difference. And what I want you to do is emphasize saturated fats. Ruminant just refers to the type of animal and it's actually its stomach chamber. So ruminant animals actually eat the plants and they ferment and assimilate nutrients from the plants that we then ingest when we eat them. Pork and chicken are not ruminants. They do not filter their toxins the same way, and they have different types of stomach chambers. So focus on the ruminant meats, the saturated fats, the raw dairy, and don't burn your meat.